Hi everyone, it's Diane and I'm here to finish up embellishing the covers of two of the Raggedy Ann journals. I have to embellish because the covers were in bad shape. I'll start with this one because I already have everything laid out here. Seems like I'm missing something, but maybe not. Okay, so because of marks and spots and things on the cover, I want to cover. I don't mind some marks that just make the book look more vintage, but I don't care for this. And I tried cleaning it off. There's some pen down here, and there's a streak here, and this kind of ugly area right there. So I've chosen some things that I will use to disguise some of these areas. To cover up the pen down here, I have this pretty crocheted, vintage crochet piece, and I will just glue that on with my Fabri-Tac. I put the covers together without having the camera on because you've seen me do that before. I'm not really covering anything here, but I like the patchwork. This is leftover piece of patchwork quilt. So I'm just going to glue that on right there, and then I'll wait till after the book is put together and decide if I want to add these buttons, because they're like Raggedy Andy's buttons. I got to go to lunch today with a friend of mine and her husband. I hadn't seen her husband in quite a while. They live a bit of a distance from me. I mean, less than an hour, but getting close to an hour. So we've been in touch with each other more regularly since my husband passed away. We used to work together years ago when our kids were young, and we're like kindred spirits, and then she moved away. Now look at that, how dirty this book was, and I got some of this glue on it, and when I rubbed it off, it rubbed the dirt right off. Maybe I should smear glue all over that to clean the book up. That's funny. So anyway, we had a nice lunch together today. And I want to cover those little lines. Looks like lines of dirt. I just have this little strip of calico fabric, and now it's stuck to my finger with the glue. I could have just covered it with this, but I didn't want this to just look like a patch on it. So I added the fabric underneath it to make it look like a collage. I really don't want to cover up too much of the lettering. Alright, there's the front. Now on the back, it was torn here because it had been taped together with blue tape, and when I took the tape off, it tore this. And I thought that I was going to use a strip of this, like just here, because it was a wide tear here, and then I knew the binding would cover it down here, but the binding covered it all up. But I decided to use this strip of fabric anyway, and I just tore it into squares. So I'm just going to decorate it with the squares. And then to cover up that long mark, I have this vintage lace. I dare say it's antique lace. And I have a hexagon of feed sack fabric because of this spot right there. And then just for a little embellishment, this little flower. The other book won't require this much patching, disguising. But it does look pretty nasty along the front edge, so that's pretty much all I have to do is fix up the front edge. You'll see that in a moment. It's difficult putting glue on this lace that really doesn't have any solid area. I guess these little flowers can be more solid. Let's try that. Ugh, I am just covered in glue. Oh, this is supposed to go underneath. Okay. And you see this little circle with Raggedy Ann and Andy on it? That same decoration is on the back of the other book, even though the other book is much newer, very different in looks. So let's just get to work on that one. I would love to sew these together this evening, but I don't think I'm going to. I'm super tired. My day started really early today. So this is what it looks like on the inside. I put this green polka dot paper and this calico fabric around the spine. I'll probably put buttons on the spine because that just seems appropriate for Raggedy Ann and Andy. And it's got a 2.5-inch spine. And I might add these buttons to it. We'll see. I wanted to incorporate these buttons somehow in here. Alright, next book. This one won't take us long because there isn't much to do on it. Now this one has the brighter magenta color with some purple. And so the pages themselves, got glue on that. The pages themselves are more purple and magenta. So it's a different look, although I did all of the same elements in these two journals, but they look different. And they have the same images, but they do look different because of the difference in the colors. And see, there's this emblem on the back. But as you can see, looks like some paper got stuck on this front edge. So all I want to do is take this piece of fabric and wrap it around. I don't want to cover her name, but I have to cover that N because it goes all the way over that N. So that's all I'm going to do. It's been a rainy, dreary day today. Rained pretty much all day yesterday too. So the snow has pretty much melted. There's still some. We got like almost a foot of snow here. It started Saturday afternoon and snowed all night into Sunday morning. But this afternoon, while I was out for lunch with my friend, the rain turned into snow. So I don't know what it's doing right now. And I don't mind that this strip of fabric is crooked. If I minded, I would have fixed it. It looks straight on the front, but on the inside it's slanted. But I don't care. I like it. So that's the fabric I chose. And I'll probably glue some rickrack or something along that. I covered up the R here too. I don't think that I will put any trim on this. I think there's enough busyness going on here, but maybe I'll audition some and see if I like it. So I guess that's all I had for this evening. I am going to tell these books good night, and I am going to go do some relaxing. Maybe watch some YouTube videos. And hopefully I'll get these sewn together tomorrow. Thank you for watching, everyone, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.